1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the plan is to make this slime shader. I've already made one, but I'm going to make it again. But it's going to eventually be turned into this AR thing in Codea, and then I'm going to make it sync to my mouth and my eyeballs. Yes. And no one knows what it looks like. Alright. Let me see. So I'll start a new shader. This is my app shade, by the way. Makes all sorts of stuff in it. Kind of shaders and jiggies. It's fun stuff. So I'm going to try and make a slime rancher slime based on the tutorial that they released, well, a little article on how to make this, how the new slime shaders work. So that's fun. I'm going to call it slime. So right now I've got like an empty shader. It's not doing anything. So just like slow it down. So this is Shade is a node-based shader editor creation tool for iPad made by me and the rest of the guys at 2 Loves Left, which is just me and Simeon. So make new nodes. You can connect them together. So like for instance a slime, say it's like a green slime, and then connect the color. Give it a name. I call it slime base. I should just call it slime color. This is gonna get real complicated, by the way. Roughness controls how shiny. Alright. Let's see. So that is the basics. Now I also need to get the texture. So I can grab that. I've got something on Dropbox for this. It's a special texture that we prepared earlier in Photoshop that contains all the face details for the slime, and we can use that. So if I isolate this, you can see that's what it looks like. And then, so what we can do is we can split this into the red, green, and blue channels, which gives us eyes, eye highlight, and mouth. So if I grab the mouth and use smooth step, what that'll do is it will sample, it'll threshold the values. So like that gives us the mouth. you can decide how smooth it is and how big it is by changing these values. So 0.4 and 0.42, we get a nice mouth shape. And what we can do as well is you can use a UV node and move it around. So stick that UV in there, and you can like adjust the size of the so like 0. If I do like 1.5, and then I like offset it, I can move the mouth around. So, you know, 1.2, and then subtract a 0. And stuff like that. I think that's right. We can keep playing around with it. Yeah, I definitely think it's like 0.1 is the correct value. Now you see that it's like tiling, which is giving us multiple mouths. So what you can do is use clamp and take UV values, and then what that'll do is to stop it from appearing multiple times, because we actually want to repeat the texture of everything. So that's like, this is a basic mouth. Now this one actually show up on the old slime. Hey Connor, I don't have Streamlabs, so I have absolutely no idea like if anyone subscribed or anything. Alright, so the way you're going to approach the mouth thing is using this thing called behind. So if I put this in opacity, actually I'll take 1 minus. So this will be a mask for the mouth. This shader stuff works the same on everything as well, so this applies to Unity, Unreal, Substance Designer, all that good stuff. So there we go. Like the lighting's on the other side, so I'm going to rotate this guy around so we can see his mouth. Alright, so keep rotating him around. So that's a good spot. Can like make it slightly more rough to like get that. Might move his mouth up a bit as well, so I can just adjust. So I'm just dragging these values. That's what shade lets you do. So I'll place the eyes in the mouth, and then I'll add the parallax effect, which will give it like looks super cool. I'm having trouble pinching because I cut my thumb, so it's like not working on the screen. Alright, so we got that. That's going to be one of the mouth colors, but there'll be a bunch of them. Alright, so dip. Alright, so it's the diffuse color. I can also do some, I'm going to do some polish stuff as well later, but that's it for that. Now I also want to sample the textures for the eyes, so I can grab the smooth step, copy it, make a copy, grab the eyes, let's see, so that's the eyes, and then I'll add these together. So we'll grab the eyes and the mouth, and then blip. So that gives us a very basic version of the thing. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to sample the texture multiple times, because the eye position is not exactly what I want, so I'm going to have to adjust the UVs, which is fine. So what you can do, I've made it so you can take a texture and you can pipe it into another texture. And that just lets you sample the texture multiple times. So now his eyes are off a bit. So what I'll do is I want the eyes to be slightly smaller. So like 1.5 by 1.5. Then I'm going to adjust their positioning. There we go. So now we've got that. So the positioning right. And then what else do I want to do? Technically I want to be able to control the eyes independently. Which is really tricky. I mean, technically what I can do is I can take the values that are negative and positive and just do different stuff with them. I think everything's fine. So if I look at this, see, I can do step function. So take a step function, take the 0, and I can put the edge and like I can move the edge around. So what I might do is just let's see. So if I take this thing, well, this is just like a way for me to check something. So multiply this and this together. Yeah, so then we wipe that over. It's like 0.5 maybe? Yeah, so 0.5 is where we want that. Don't need this anymore. So what that lets me do is I could potentially adjust the UVs based on that. So I'll do that later. So I can blink the individual eyes, which I'll do with a property. And I'll allow the mouth to be blinked as well. So you know, like vector 2D, put in the value, so like 1.2, 1.5. And then vector 2D as well. So like 0.1, maybe 0.3. These values are all just magic numbers. Alright, so that's his face. There's a few little tricks you can do. Because this is the eye mask. So what I can do is I can grab multiply that to get some eye colors. Let's see, there's two things I want. So I'm smooth stepping like all of those, but really what I do is split it. So it's like already there we go. So that goes in there. Alright. Then what do I do? Well, take that and I want another color. So I want the eye color. like multiply that by this value, that gives you part of the eye color. And then what you do is you take, so that one color there, and I've got another color for the to blend. So I'm going to add, let's move that over there, multiply again, another color, and so one color will be like the base of the eyes, and the other color will be like a highlight of the eyes. Then we add those together. This might be a bit too bright. And so we got the eye and the slime color. And then we take that and we mask that using this. So you get that. And then you shove it in the diffuse channel. That slime color. Alright, so actually I don't need that. I actually just need so technically put that there and use the eye mask. That there, the rest of the colors, and then shove that in behind. There we go. So that's technically the mouth color, which I haven't really figured out yet. It might make sense to move all this stuff down. I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much. So that's the slime color. Actually, no, that should be the slime color. I don't know what this color's for. Alright. So now we've got the basic eye color, which you've combined with like, maybe I call it like eye base. Like eye base color. And for this one like eye highlight color. So this stuff will be customizable. And the next thing to do is to create some eye highlights. I could do that after this. Do the mouth effect first. There's two things. So you can grab the UVs, and then I think you take like the length of the UVs, and then you add. There's a thing called Parallax offset. So I'll put it over here, so I've got plenty of room for it. So, let's see, add length. Okay, length. Where probably group these together at some point. -1. I don't know, something like that. So what this does allows us to set up a highlight. So clamp, very light clamp 0 to 1, and then 1 minus. So that goes there. Could smooth step this as well. That's not right. Probably something like that. That's not really working. That's tiling. Blurb. Actually move this around. So this is the highlight for the eyes. You can't really see it properly because the eyes are in a specific location. So what you do is you just like grab that and temporarily adjust that so then I can see where it is. I use the black one actually, so then I'll be able to see it. So you can see that's where one of the glints is. I can just move it around till I get it in the right spot. -0.2. Yeah, there we go. And then I can make it smaller, so 0.5. So that's the glint, and then you would add that right afterwards. So what I do is clamp everyone, just like add these nodes again. You copy this one. Let's see. All right, so then where's the other one? Oh, they're both in the same spot now. But yeah, if that's negative, so it'd be like 0.2 and 0.5, maybe. That one. There we go. This one's like -1.6. And then this is like 0.52. There we go. So the glows are there. Alright, now these need to be added to this. So I would just put like an add Yeah, grab this, add that. And then it goes in there. It's a bit bright, so I might multiply. So take this glint, this is the glint amount. So we've got 2, and then add it. And it's like in a fixed position, but then if we add this parallax, you can see that it changes depending on which angle you're on. You can adjust this amount to 0.9. A to 0.1. Yeah, there we go. Very good glint. Alright, so that's the glint. There's a few more elements here. The next bit's the tricky bit. So what we have to do is take the texture and like pump this in there and basically take the UVs that we've got here after clamp and sample the texture a few more times at different sizes so that we can get the parallax effect. So take parallax offset again and be like -1 or whatever it is. And I think there's another thing I need to do here to fix a few things. So grab view direction and convert space and shove that in there and go from view to tangent. Install that in a variable. Let's call it view dir tangent. And when I get a variable, I want to use that. So a variable lets you store something and you just reuse it elsewhere. It's a bit, you get some issues sometimes in spheres where things are like not so good. Alright, so that's from view to tangent. That should be okay. And just do that again. So what we can do is take this, technically I can just add these like this and go like that and add it to the mouth. Do a split. Then let's see, what's the next one? Let's do a smooth step. And we can adjust the smooth step position to create bigger and smaller mouths as well. Like that. So we got this, like, it doesn't look like anything, but if you subtract this one and this one, you can see the effect for the this, and you can adjust by changing the parallax amount. You can change how far in it goes. And not only that, like if you make it really close, let's say that's like the lip of the character's mouth, you can also adjust the smooth step. So right now it's 0.4 and 442, so I could make it 0.45 and 0.047. So that makes it smaller as well, which is good. And I might just move this slightly closer, so 0.72, no, 0.65 maybe, or 0.658, 0.5. That's probably not enough for it to really look that good. Alright, so the idea is repeat this again. To create the next part. Let's see. Alright, so then the next part is sample texture again. Grab the UVs and then create another parallax offset. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then add that. Give it the view direction. Let's see, this can be -1 as well. This one can be 0.7. Split. And like that. Make a copy. And we'll just stick it in there. So now if I take this one and this one, I can see how far that is. I want that to be like a little bit more. 6. Oh wait, more, not less. 5. I'm using a keyboard on my iPad if you're wondering how I type quickly on there. Doesn't seem quite right. Seems okay. Seems to get worse precision as it gets further out. Should I normalize this? Maybe. I think it already does normalize it. I think the other shader have that problem, I wonder. Let me just double check the other slime shader. The one I prepared earlier. Yeah, I think it still has the same problem. But that's fine. It's more noticeable now, but it's okay. Alright, so I've got the 3 mouths. We'll just make this like 0.8. Now I have to combine those to create the mouth color. Alright. I just quickly type something in. Let's see. Retweet. Typing something. Alright, so alrighty then. All right. Let's see. Now, next step. Also, like this is what we're working towards. Slime, you know, on your face. All right. So there's and one more element to this as well that I got to add. Using a gradient. So take this. Let's see, UV. So there's like a tongue as well. And all I really need to do is do something similar to what I did with let's see, with this. So grab this. This gives you alright, so the mouth is over here. And then the gradient is like ends up being this circle thing. And then with the gradient lets you like map colors, which is nice. So you could have like maybe the pink mouth. And then let's see, what does the slime actually look like? It's like pink, and then it goes like color changes, right? It's like a reddish color. Let's see, and it's darker as well. You like that? And then just like test this and multiply these together. Alright, so then if I move the offset around, there we go. Move that to like the middle. And then just like adjust this to be smaller. Alright, and then just like this. So it's like that shape. Oh, good. Then what do I do? Alright, so I want to add some parallax. Get the tangent view direction, stick that in, add that. So right now that's the same distance away. So put this at like 1.5. Alright, so then oops, that's not what I wanted. Oops. Something like that. And then put it, I want to add a new one, but it keeps screwing up. Yeah, it's like, let's see. Alright, so green, so shut that up a bit. And then this can be like, Alright, so now I just have to combine all these different things together. So what I do is grab the slime color. There you go. Hey, Connor. Just confirm if you can hear me properly, because I've got a really janky setup for this stream to make it work for my iPad. Ugh. So yeah. Alright, so I'm working on the slime shader. So it's getting there. This is what it's kind of what it's going to look like. This is what I prepared earlier. Is he so cute? Just alive. It's all procedurally made, pretty much. And then I'm going to try and take that and put it on my head using our other app, Codea, which has like programming on your iPad. And yeah, that's the idea anyway. And I was going to sync it up to the blend shapes on the head, so that you can blink and move your mouth and it'll talk and stuff. Because you can use like some of these values to do a bunch of stuff. So I've gotten, at the very least, recorded some of this stuff. There's a bit more to it than this. So I got these masks that I've made. There's a special texture that it uses. So let's see, where is it? Yeah, this uses this texture, and that generates all of the nice little shapes. Yeah, and I got retweeted by the lead tech artist / art director for Manami Park or whatever, the Slime Rancher guy. So that's cool. Alright, so that's that. I've got to do a bunch of mix operations to get these to come together. So basically, I've got all the different masks. Oops, did I deleted, oh, let me go back. That's better. I just deleted something, that wasn't good. I've got to combine all these little things together. So let's see. Alright, so take color. So there's like, probably call this like outer mouth color or lip color. And then I have to mix these. So let's see. So grab gradient and this. And that's I think that's the opposite of what I want. So what I have to do is do 1 minus. So 1 minus will just invert the mask. Yeah, so that's the lip color, which will be more of a yellowy green, I think. Actually, this is probably the wrong way around. I don't want that mask. I want, which mask do I want? The inner one. So I probably want this mask. Let's see. Actually, no. I want the other mask. Let's see. This one's the outer one. This one's the inner one. So this wouldn't be lip color. This one would be probably inner mouth color. Inner mouth color. Need to grab a snack. Yeah, snacks are good. So take that and the inner mouth color and this thing. Yeah, so that gives you the inner mouth color, which is going to be some kind of green. I'll make these better as soon as I figure out what I'm doing. Then I want to mix, let's see. So another color, which is the lip color, I think. So inner mouth. These are hard to keep track of. So yeah, that's fine. So that to that, then this one, which go with the lip color. Like that, that, no, I don't like that. Alright, so this, then this, and this. Yep, so that gives you this color. And there's one more, and this is, I wouldn't call this lip color, I'd call this, actually no, that's fine, that is a lip color. And then there's one more mix layer. Do you stream shade coding often? This is the first time we've done it, but I'm thinking about doing it more if people like it. So we'll see how that goes. So we've got the eye color, which is currently piped straight into there. So this, I'll be mixing whatever this is with the eye color. So this can go in here, I don't know, this go here, this can go here. Take the eye mask, maybe. Alright, and this goes into the behind. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we've got the inner mouth, the tongue, the eyes, the eye glint. Might tighten up that tongue gradient. And maybe just move it down a little so that it's like near the bottom of the mouth. Yeah, there we go. And probably move it further in, so using the parallax. I could probably make it wider, maybe a little bit taller, and then just go move it around so it's in the middle again. Maybe not as far away, maybe like 2. Just go move it around a little bit. A bit fiddly. Maybe 2 is too far away. 1.7. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's one of the things I'm mostly to learn. The other thing is Java, C# and Java coding, but that seems a bit more daunting. Shaders, they're pretty tricky, but they do make certain things slightly easier. Like, it's very focused on one thing. Alright, so the other thing I can do is add a rim highlight. So that's in the emission category. So I might call this thing edge, let's see, rim color. And then once I've got that, I can use the view space, view direction, and the normal. And you can do a Fresnel effect by doing a dot product between these two guys, and then 1 minus to get the rim. So this will be like this. And use a power function, which you can use to tighten that curve up. So it'll be like 2 like that. Then you can multiply them together to get the emission color, like that. You can also multiply that again by some value, like let's say like 0.5. Tighten up power to be like 5. Put some emission. Make it like a yellow color maybe. So greenish. I even ramp it up to like more than one. Okay, but to go, I wish I could stay, but I'll watch the VOD. Yeah, no worries. Before I go, what program is this? It's called Shade. For iPad and well, this is for iOS, so for phone and for iPad. I forgot what the industry standard shader node coder is. Depends what you're using. If you're on Unreal, it comes with one, or if you're in Unity, you can use Amplify or the built-in visual effects stuff. If you're on, what else is there? There's also Substance Designer for creating materials, not as much real-time stuff, but it'll be used in real time, but you just don't typically have as much, you can't like animate it as easily. Alright, so let's see, what else I gotta do? So the other thing I did in the original slime shader that I made is I used a Vertex Shader to amplify. I used a Vertex Shader to distort the shape. So what I did is I took the position of the object, which is like this, in object space, and then I split that out into the component colors, which gives me X, Y, and Z. And then I think I clamped it, maybe. Amp 01 for Y. And then I took the normal. Actually, I don't even need the normal. So I can take the position, take the Y, multiply, so it's positioned by that, and then multiply it again. It's like, I already know all this stuff, so it seems easy for me, but yeah, I'm making it look a bit too easy sometimes. Also made this shader before, so, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Alright, see you nature. Yeah, I think I screwed that up. So that's interesting. I might have had to put a 1 minus in there somewhere. Let's see. Kind of. Let's see. Yeah. I swear I did something differently. I mean, I can also multiply that, yeah, again, by something to make it smaller. So like 0.25. Not exactly what I want. Let me think. I think if I clamp it after I 1 minus, that might do what I want. Maybe just don't clamp it at all. Yeah, there we go. So that gives you the like kind of how squishy it is. So I can actually change that, like kind of affect just how big he is on the bottom, like how top heavy he is. Which just gives you that slime shape. In the game, they probably just had a special model that was that shape, or I don't know, they did something, but perhaps not what I'm doing, but that's okay though. Alright, so I got that, so that's pretty straightforward. The other thing I did is I kind of made it wobble a bit. So that's just like, there's a few things you can do there. So I can basically take what's called the time node and I can animate stuff. So you can take this this thing 0.2 and you could just add values to it. So if I take the time, let's say the sine of the time, just add some multiplied by 1. So now he will kind of slowly jiggle a little bit. Yeah, but the other thing I can do is I take the time, open time sine value. So I get sine of time, which is what I had just there. So it does that. But then you can also do is take this value I had before, the y value, and just add it to that. So now it's like an undulating jiggle. So it just like applies over the top and bottom over time. So now he's like jiggling like that. And I can change the speed and, you know, make it faster and slower, and I think that's pretty good. The other thing that they had in the original one, so it's getting pretty big already, but that's actually a not very complicated shader, it just looks complicated. So I've got the mouth over here, and what I can do is I can add some extra values. So take a texture and grab what's called a noise texture. So I've got one lying around somewhere. I think it's in the shade folder. Yeah, so here we go. It's like a noise texture. So you can take that and you can literally just add that to your noise functions. So just take this should just work actually. So what I'll do is I'll convert this to a vector 2, boop, and then I'll multiply it by something. 0.1 EV. Alright, so now if I add that to this, I'll make it a bit more so it's a bit more obvious. Yeah, so that will affect the eyes. He looks a bit melted now. Yeah, it's called the Vertex. Welcome back, Corner. It's called a Vertex Shader, so you can do stuff like that. So allows you to muck around with the position of things. Typically not that used all that much in like rendering programs, but in games it's used all the time. It's how bones work in games. 0.2 maybe is still a bit drunk looking. Yeah, so you got that, and then what you can do is then take the time node again, and then just offset the. So that's a bit fast, and you can do other things, but yeah, like so that, and I can change the tiling on the noise, so I can get like, you know. So I'll probably put this at like 0.1. And change the noise influence to be less. So that's more of a, it's like a jelly effect. It's not super crazy. Maybe even a little bit less, make it a little bit more subtle. Yeah. What in God's name is this? Hey, Fluffy. I'm just making a slime shader in my program Shade that my company made for iPad and iPhone. And it's like, it's the same technique that they used in Slime Rancher to make the slimes, or in the new update. So that, I think that's cool. I definitely got some issues with my tangents, but don't know why that is. Anyway. So I'll probably change this to like 0.5. Alright, so that's the slime. Slime's all done pretty much. What I want to do though, because I can use this with the AR stuff, what I want to do is add a, what do you call it? I'm trying to think what it's called. Trying to add some AR controls to it. So I think I was doing something before. So for instance, I want to be able to like change the shape of the mouth. So either make it bigger or smaller, or even make it go upside down. Now, that's pretty tricky, it turns out. But I should be able to do something simple. So for instance, I should be able to change some of these values. So let's say I put a number in, well, I grab a new vector. So just go like vector, and just shove it in there, in tiling. And just be like, alright, so now I can adjust the mouth position. Let's see if I want to scale it. So scaling it by doing that, that makes it smaller, it makes it bigger. So you take that, to move some stuff out, to give me some room. That's the only problem with these graph-based things, is you can sometimes run out of room. So take that, multiply it by, I think 0.5 or 2, one way or the other. And then if I, maybe 2. That's interesting. We subtract. There's a trick to it. Yeah, there we go. So that works as long as it doesn't get too big. I'll just leave that at 1. Oops. No, it is maybe 0.6 would do. So the idea is that I want to be able to just like take values and 7.5, 2.5. Alright, there we go. So now I can open the mouth up and down. So really between 0 and 1, maybe even 2 or 3. 3 would be okay. Alright, so that's fine. And then what if I do, oh yeah, I can do that too. It's a bit off though. Something like that. Alright, so it's not perfect, but it's good enough. So that lets me control the mouth shape. So I'm going to make this a property and call it mouth shape. Right, so what I can do now is take my slime and copy it and put it into Codea, which is our other app. That's called Slime. The colors aren't quite as good, but I can fix those. Alright, so take my AR version of the character and change it to the new shader, which is just called Slime. Slime. Fun stuff. Alright, so I should use the new one, which is apparently not in the center, which is kind of annoying. That's fine. I'll have to figure that out later. I can like manually rotate the slime to be in the right spot. Not that I really wanted to, but I just made the shader badly. That's all. Let's try that. Oh shit, broke it. Face value. Oh, that's rotation. Can't spell. 25 maybe. Make him slightly smaller as well. 0.08. It needs to be bigger. There we go. So now I should be able to control the mouse shape. Let me have a look at these blend shapes. So we've got jaw open, I think it's one. Yeah, so there's one called jaw open. So if I go into here, let's see, in face, I think I store a bunch of blend shapes. So it'd be face.blendshapes.jaw open, I think. Let's see, so it'd be like face.blendshapes.jaw open. So I'll just do jaw open equals that. And then we can say material.mouse shape equals vec2. Let's see, jaw open goes between 0 and 1, so it'd be like 0 for that, and then so jaw open is what it is now, so it'd be like 3 minus jaw open times by like, oops, don't know if it's finding the place. I don't know, let's see, 2.5. Just making this up as I go. Blah blah blah. I am a slime. Okay. Maybe like times by 5. Oh, I'm a big slime. La, 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 la. Can you take a picture of the slime of your face and you could make that your new profile picture for Twitch? I'll probably do that. Slime. Okay, so just play around with this a little bit. Alright, so there are other things I can do as well. Probably make it a bit more sensitive. So let's see. So that's probably too much. What I can do though is I can remap draw open. So let me look at the values. So, oops. So about 0.7 is where I want to actually work from. So maybe like minus 0.3. Divided by 0.7. something like that. Alright, so make that 4.5. That seems to make it worse. Maybe plus divided by 1.7. I don't know. No, that's even worse. There's gonna be, maybe there's something to it I'm just missing. Minus 0.5 times divided by 0.5. And then it's by 10. Tricky stuff. I'm trying to make it a bit more sensitive without blowing it out too much. Making slimes. Maybe I'll just leave drawer open as blend shapes. I'm trying to think what would make sense. Because the drawer opens about 0.7. Maybe I'll just make it slightly bigger with that. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so, I mean, I have to add more controls if I want to do anything else, really. Let's see, there's mouth pucker. So what I could do is local mouth shape equals this. And you just say like mouth shape pucker equals, actually what was it called? Is it just called pucker? So if we go, it's just mouth pucker, okay. So I'll call that mouth pucker. Mouth pucker, sphinx. Oops. So the idea is that the draw is normally working as is, but if you pucker, then it blends to a different shape. So you could say mouth shape.x equals mouth shape.x. Now it's sort of multiplied by 1 minus mouth pucker plus, I think it'd be like 5 times by mouth, something like that. This is not the best way of doing it, but whatever. So y would be similar, except, yeah, I think that'd be about right. So what's pucker at the moment? So mouth pucker is like 0.3. So I can actually pucker it a bit. And open it. Anything I want to do now is blinking or winking. I think that would be good. You could also do like frowning and smiling. Boop, boop. So in this case, the pucker might actually be good, going like minus 0.3, and then making it max of 0. Yeah, and then maybe dividing that by, see, that might work. Yeah, so I can actually pucker my mouth. You can't see me doing it, but you can see the slime doing it. The slime. Wait. Alright, so now we're going to go back into the shader and add a few features. I can edit it straight from Codea as well, so I don't need to actually keep going back and forth. So I'll just go to slime. Oh, damn. It's not happy. Why can't I open you? I might have to close shade. Maybe I will have to copy it each time. Oh no, there we go. Alright. I'm not sure I'm happy with this base slime color. I'm going to change it a little bit. Make it a little bit more blue. Okay. It's kind of like the radioactive slime. Alright, so I got that. The eye thing is slightly tricky. So I got this step so that I can distinguish between the eyes. And then what you do essentially is you augment the values. So in this particular case, for the left and right eye, I want to change the UVs. So I might use remap. Let's see, split. Let's see, I've got V here. So what I could do is, let me see. Actually, it'd be easier if I just copy this and then make two versions of it. I can probably use the clamped version as well. Oh no, because that's why. Alright, so use U and then use that to mix between two different versions. That's the tricky part. All right, so this is where like the creative. This is where technical artists have to do like crazy creative things to make it work the way they want. So if you think about it, I can make both of them blink at the same time really easily, but making them blink independently is really tricky. But that's fine because I'm all about the really tricky stuff. Let me think. So essentially, what I could probably do is blink it on that side and then have two ones with two different blinks and then put those through. So if I look at the eyes, probably a bit further down, I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the mouse-shaped controller. So create three vector 3s, vector 2s, that mimic the same values. So this one's like 1.5 by 1.5. And then the other one is 0, let's see, is that like 0 by negative 0 by negative 0.6, that's 1.5, so put those in there. So I won't affect the eyes at all. And then I'd be like vector 2D, I'll just do blinking both, and then I'll add the blinking separately. So plus, and I actually need to multiply and minus. So multiply like that, and I'm not even sure. Like this, I use 0.3 for that, so why not, right? Just do it, man. What could go wrong? Alright, so now I should be able to... Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted, but... 0.5. There we go. Oh yeah. These are lewd looking slimies leering at everybody. Alright, that's stupid, but anyway. So that's between like 0 and 10. Alright, so that's all good. So what I can do now is that'll create a loop, which I don't want. So what I'll probably do is like copy this. This is a stupid bit, whatever. Always make the shader better later. So take that, stick that in. That gives me the step I need. Then I want to copy this whole thing again. Oh, actually, yeah, I do actually need to copy it. You know, I want to make a group and move some of the stuff around. So let's group. So groups let you just grab a bunch of nodes and move them around. You can give names as well. You can change the colors. So this is, I think, iGlint. And then you've got like the eye colors and stuff. I'll probably do a nice color. So now I want to make a copy of this. It's going to be slightly annoying, but whatever. Some guy was complaining about how long it took to copy nodes, and now I sympathize with him. So I'll probably make that easier. Let's think of like a pinch gesture, you pull apart a node and it pops into 2 pieces. It might be fun. Okay, so put that in there. That goes in there, that goes in there. And this one goes in here, and this one goes in here, but it's a minus. Alright, so that's that. Clamp it. Whoops, wrong type of clamp. Clamp him, boys. Teach him to make nodes with values bigger than 1 and 0. Alright, don't need remap. So that's that. This step thing is going to decide which UVs to use. Actually, you know what? I don't need an extra clamp. What am I thinking? What I need is this guy to mix between the nodes. So for instance, if I put this in here, that UV goes in there, that UV goes in there, and then this UV goes in here. And it looks exactly the same. So I've failed. No, not really. What this means is that now I have a way of controlling each eye individually. So now I can do that. He's winking. So what I would do is I would call these, it'll be like left eye blink. I think that's the left eye. Left eye. Oh no, that one's didn't work. Alright, that's fine. Sometimes copying nodes doesn't work well. That's 100% my fault, so I need to fix that. So I'll call you left eye blink. Is it actually the left eye? Technically it's the right eye. So I should really make that right eye blink. Right eye blink. And then the other one can be left eye. So whenever I set property on these nodes, it means that like Codea can then access them. So I got left eye and right eye blink, and I'll just double check that that works properly when I actually have the full shader running. So actually I do this thing where I bring up all the properties. So like all the colors, mouth shape, blah, blah, blah. Where's the left eye blink and right eye blink? Let's see, 10. Hey, it works. Alright, so 10 is probably totally blinked, and I'm not sure what happens if you do this. You can actually change it, so you can give him like weird stuff going on. So I can change both the both of them. I don't know if negative does anything. Not good. Is there a way to organize your node sections so that you can more clearly remember what each section does, like a backdrop or something? Well, I don't know if you saw it before. Oops, I just screwed that up. But you can use these groups. So the groups will give you at least a way of organizing them a bit more. So you can move them around, you can change the color, you can give it a name. I'm also thinking of adding, like normally once I finish like doing noodling around, I will then add groups for a bunch of stuff. So that I can, yeah, like you said, it's more organized. You can make them as big or as small as you want. So for instance, I might, do this and grab all these guys, and I might call this like face distortion. And I can give it a color as well. So just to like more easily remember it. Yeah, because Nuke has backdrops that work similarly. Yeah. So I'm also thinking of adding subgraphs so that you can have a node that is made, like you can go inside the node and it's actually made out of other nodes. So like nodeception. And that's really hard to program, so I haven't done it yet. But I'm planning on adding that at some point. Alright, so we got that. Got the blinky blink thing. So it's left eye blink and right eye blink, I think. Yeah, so now I can close this and open it in Codea. Just run it to make sure it doesn't die horribly. Alright, yeah. Alright, so then, yeah, so you have to look at my horrible face because there's a nice little slime in the way. Left eye blink and right eye blink, so I can add those. I'll just check what the blend shapes are called. Alright, so eye blink underscore L and eye blink underscore R, I think. And you got squinting as well, technically, which I can probably do similar to puckering. So that's cool. So eye blink left and R, L and R. Alright, so I blink L equals face dot blend shapes dot I blink underscore L and R. And then be like equal I shape L equals vec to 0 by 10 minus I blink L times by 9 or something. I don't know. Then I can say material dot I blink left equals I shape L. I can do the same thing with the right side. Hopefully I've got that right. BR. Yeah, they do get pretty crazy, man. It would be easy to have the node backdrop collapse with the nodes. Yes, that would be great. That'd be awesome. Can you program that for me, Corner? That would make my life so much easier. I broke it. I blink left is not writable. No, what did I do wrong? Let's look at the shader. Left eye blink. I knew it. I just Inconsistent naming. It's my fault, but whatever. Let's see. Oh, I got the wrong way around. Alright, so that's fine. I guess I just get rid of the minus. Oh, it blinks. And I can wink too. Hey! If I don't open my eyes properly, they look a bit, it gets like tired, you're like, Well, that's fun. Hey! You can't see how stupid I look because the slime's in the way. That's the whole point. It's like, hey, I'm so happy. But I'm also tired because I'm a slime. Ooh. Hey. There's so many things you could do. I mean, I'm not really doing it properly. I could make it angry and all sorts of things, like eyebrows and various other things. But, you know, I'm probably a bit too lazy for that. I mean, you could even move the mouth around, like based on, because if you have a look at the blend shapes, there's so much stuff in there. There's like mouth funnel, shrink, brows, smiles. Like it knows when you're smiling and when you're frowning. It's like Santa Claus. I can't even see them all. There's so many. Like they've just gone off the screen. Yeah. Not sure what else I should add. Because like to add all of the facial expressions would just be a huge... I'd have to change the shader, I think, a lot. I feel like opening my mouth a lot, though. It's fun. Thanks. I could also change the shape, like the color of the slime, because all of the colors are in there. So like it'd be pretty easy to just go like, let's see, setup. Ooh. Yes, I do have to go soon to the gym, apparently. Parameter.color. Let's see, slime. There's a slime color, I think. And then give it the initial color, which is going to be material.slime color, which I think is just going to come out as a vector, so that won't actually be all right. I think like times by 255, and then the color, and then unpack it. Let's see, does that work? It does. Alright, and then I can just say face, let's say material dot slime color, you can see, so then I should be able to just go like this. Alright, so it's a black slime now. Yeah. Because I made all these materials, like these things, like that. So that's always cool. I could also make the slime glow if I wanted to. I mean, the slime will glow a little bit if I turn bloom on. Trying to do blackface on the stream, or blue slime. That's not blackface, it's a slime. Slimes don't have any race. What are you talking about? I'm just a slime. I don't have a race. And I'm going to get someone who's like, I'm a slimekin, that's offensive. Light blue slime. You could do a light blue slime. You can change the eye colors and the mouth color and all this stuff. You could add ears, like cat ears, like in the other thing. Ooh. I just like how happy they look when they're happy, and how sad they look when they're sad. Ooh. Ears on slime would be wrong. Have you seen Slime Rancher? They have slime. The ears have all sorts of stuff. You got like cat tails and stuff. The cat slimes. I should just make this a plugin for streamers so they can just put slimes on their faces. I don't think I've seen your profile picture. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh. Maybe yellow thing. Blue, purple. Red. Oh, the slimes are rainbow. Oh, it's gray. Oh, white slime. Yeah, it's fun stuff. Oh, no. I do have some other things that I made. Let me see. Where is it? Google Ads. Custom face things. I swear I had something here. Yeah, 464. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's see. Like my profile picture. Well, you're trying to slime girl streamers' faces. Why not just slime everyone's face? Yeah, equal opportunity. Yeah, so I made this thing a while ago. People liked it. So let's do this. Yes, my hideous face. Oh my god. You need to make it go around in circles and stuff. What else we got? Face cutaway. Oh, that's right. It's like an MRI slice of your face. It was hard to line up properly. It doesn't actually work perfectly. Face lab, team hologram, face off. Oh, right. That one was creepy. Transfer face? Oh, yeah. That's someone else's face that I captured earlier. I did a lot of stuff with this when we first added this feature. Some cool things you can do. Like this thing, liquid in a bottle. Used for like potions and stuff. All streamers' faces. What is this thing? It's like laser eyes, maybe. Oh, that's right. It's just a brick. Maybe like the glowing eyes. Yeah. Alright, so that was the slime. Kind of running out of stuff to do at the moment without adding an incredibly huge amount of extra stuff. Has anyone got any suggestions or requests before I pack it in for today? Probably got another like half hour before I gotta go. This thing does a few extra things as well. So this is just some of the older projects that we added to Codea. This is like the voxel terrain stuff. No ears on anything ever. You can see little tunnels and stuff. We need to change settings, turn rivers off. No rivers at all. Elf ears. God. How do I even do that? I don't feel like going into ZBrush, sculpting some ears, then exporting them onto my iPad. That's just too much work. I could do it. I just don't want to. Little caves. This isn't Minecraft, by the way. This is the Codea thing. It's the same thing I did the face swap slime stuff on. Yeah. Just so you know. Can you make maps using this? No, sorry. You can technically, you can write a program to export them as Minecraft maps, but I haven't done that. So like, you're absolutely able to if you can write the code, but it's not like built in. I have had people ask that a few times. I just find that Minecraft's map format is really hard to, like, it's quite complex. It's all binary and tricky. Good suggestion though. Alright. I wonder if I'm doing this right, because the parallax effect doesn't look quite right. It looks like sort of right. But, you know. Yeah, so that's the slime shader that I'm working on in my program, Shade. But it's having, it's like, it works pretty well, I'd say. But I'm not sure what else to add. Oh, excuse me. Technically, because it's distance fields, like there is some amazing stuff you could do. You could turn the smile around, and then you could fade eyebrows in and out to make him angry. And you could change the mouth shape pretty easily. And fade between various textures, I think, would be not too hard. Maybe I'll just clean this up a bit. I could make this a bit more disturbing. Just more slimies. So I could change all of the stuff, like the rim color as well. It's all completely customizable. Slime color. Lip color. And the mouth color. That don't look bad. And I could probably make his eyes like more like cute buttons. Let's see, that's that one. So eye highlight color, black, a bit more dark. And eye base color. There we go. It still has a pink mouth inside, because why not? Because that's the inside of the slime. Let's see how that looks like on me. Let's see, that's in Codea, so that should be fine. Slimemoji. Ah. Try to take a good screenshot. There we go. So now that's set as the icon. Alright, so that's really worn me out. I think that's probably it for the shader stream. I find it a bit more taxing than the art stream. A little programming, a poor brain. Has anyone got any questions? Otherwise, I think I'm going to finish it up. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody. That was interesting. Yeah. It's a lot more thinking. All right. I shall finish the streaming. Let's see what we got here. OBS.